Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special episode of Tone's Market Analysis for Thursday, October 26th. I wasn't really planning on doing a video today, but I had just a break in my schedule. I was supposed to have a consulting client like this hour, and it got moved to a little later in the day. And it's not enough to do any work. Just like my whole day keeps being breaking up, and I figure, you know what? Let's go live. I woke up this morning. Bitcoin is going back up. I haven't been tweeting out any charts. I've just been, I don't know, busy. I'm home. You can see the nightmare boxes behind me. This is like I'm home for like a week, so I'm ordering everything from Amazon. Wow, Amazon Prime and like same day and 2-day shipping is absolutely amazing. I'm going to talk about my little gadgets in a minute, but I'm just going to jump right into screen share. I have a maximum of 40 minutes. I'm not going to talk much about traditional markets. We're just going to talk about Bitcoin. Maybe I'll take 1 or 2 questions. Maybe my viewers can help me out with some gadgets that I need, because once again, I don't think they exist. You guys helped me a lot with my computer. Whoever suggested for me to buy the Lenovo Thinkpad X1 Yoga, thank you. I had this computer for like 3 or 4 months now. I absolutely love it. Maybe you guys can help me out with another gadget. All right, let's jump right into screen share. We're gonna go into applications and we're gonna go here. Okay, my website is at least need to update my schedule. My schedule is all over the place, but I just want to point out that if you are going to be contacting me for my consulting service and you're curious in time analysis, which seems to be my specialty these days, please read these links, because these links look like this and they provide the math rules that I use for my indicator. People are like, well, what are these nines? What are these numbers? There is a link here that literally says math rules. Please check that out, and you can program it yourself, and then you don't have to pay me money to get my code. But if you can't program it yourself, then go ahead and reach out. There's also explanations on how to use it and stuff. There's really good links. The link that I just clicked in is, I believe, is this one. Okay, just click these links. Click these links, what they're there for. All right, I'm going to close it. All right, traditional markets. There was a 9 on the daily S&P 500, and I pointed out with this giant red arrow, and boom, there it is. Now, normally under the circumstance, you have a daily 913.9, but you're looking for another 9. The S&P is at all-time highs. Now, why am I worried about this 9? Well, that's because the weekly chart is going to have a 9 next week. This creates a scenario where the daily 9 isn't a simple 1 to 4 day correction and higher. The daily 9 could lead to something way more substantial. So at the moment, I'm not that bullish the S&P 500 because the weekly is coming into a 9. Here are the last few times that the weekly has been coming into a 9, and it led to some multi-week pullbacks. If I zoom this out to a monthly chart, you will see that the monthly is hitting a 9. Well, it hit a 9 last month, but you have to realize that my code is different than the code Wall Street is looking at. Is that Wall Street would have skipped this candle in the count and in the setup. So Wall Street is seeing a 9 this month. So you have a monthly 9 that can potentially lead to a 1 to 4-month correction, which means there's going to be a weekly correction is going to be significant, and a daily correction can be significant. So I am not currently bullish the S&P 500. This could be a time to take a break from the S&P 500 and get back to it later. I can also glance what the yearly is looking like to make sure we're not 9 years up. But I know we're not 9 years up because we bottomed only like 7 years ago. So it's not enough to get us 9 years up. But the yearly chart, oh, well, that did not go in the right direction here. That's 12 hours. I need 12 months. Right. So the yearly chart is only on year 6 of a bullish upswing in the stock market. Okay. So what I'm looking for is these 9s. So I am looking for 3 more years of upside in the S&P 500. So I'm expecting us to be like, in the 5,000 range, 5,000 point range in the S&P 500. Anyway, this is not the video to get into this. But anyway, there could be some short-term pullbacks in the S&P 500, so get ready for that. Here's the weekly. Anyway, all right, done. Enough. Let's close traditional markets. So I'm not going to talk about gold today or oil or the euro, but what I am going to talk about is silver. I had a client the other day that asked me to take a look at silver. I have not looked at silver in a really long time. So I pulled up the monthly chart, weekly chart, and daily chart of silver. Here's the monthly chart of silver. Now, the monthly chart is actually drawn off of my weekly chart. And as you can see, man, I haven't looked at the monthly chart in such a long time. It's been the last time I looked at the monthly chart, I was not even talking about the time indicators in Bitcoin or anything like that publicly. So I looked at the monthly silver for the first time in like 6 months. And I had no idea that the silver, if I zoom all the way out on the monthly silver, we were just looking at it. And it's like, man, I mean, this was a really nice nines indications, right? Like this 9 came. I mean, maybe it came a month a little bit too late, but this was a nice little rebound. I mean, again, these are monthly charts, and then it was really, really nice to get the bottom. It was like a 9, 13, 9, which is just a beautiful textbook long-term reversal in silver. And now we're just looking at this triangle. So clearly I had this range as a no trade zone. I know it's a wide range to drive a truck through, and I am expecting this triangle to break down, and I am looking for silver to lose another $4 to $5 worth of prices. So I'm still looking for silver to make a new all-time low below $10. This triangle broke down, came back into the triangle, and it's still a triangle. Here's the weekly chart of silver, just to zoom in on this triangle. And we hit a 13, little rebound. We almost hit a 9 sell. We did have a 9 buy over here in January. And we did have a 13 buy over here in May of last year. So the indicator was somewhat useful. It didn't get every high and low, but it gave you enough highs and lows to trade it. This is the same triangle as on the monthly chart with more candles involved. I'll probably adjust it now that it's been like 6 months since I looked at it. And it's not looking pretty for silver. I'm sure gold looks similar. And again, until I see resolution, I'm going to assume this triangle will reach its goal of, dropping close to $5 from these prices. All right, let's close silver and let's get to the Bitcoin. See how fast I can do these things. Oh, here's the daily chart of silver. It's totally useless. It's kind of up and down. You have the RSI smack in the middle, the MACD smack in the middle. You did have a nice daily warning right here at the high back in September that, hey, you might want to take some profit. You also had a 9 buy right here in gave you a nice 1-day candle and then reversed. So the way you trade this stuff is the moment it reverses, you're now trading the countdown. See, this is the setup and that's the countdown. If the setup cannot lead to a full-blown reversal, you see how this setup led to a full-blown reversal? So you can trade short off of this setup, and then you reevaluate, okay, is it a short-term pullback and higher, or is it a long-term pullback? If it's a long-term pullback, you stay with the bearish trade. You take your profit from the bearish trade. You can play the short-term reversal. If that trade fails, you're now trading the numbers along the bottom into a 13. And that's what professional traders are looking for now. They're looking for that, oh, and this should have skipped the candle, right? So that doesn't really matter. It gave me a heads up. See, this is why my code is different, right? Because I had a 9 here at one point, and this was a 9 most of the day, and then it bounced strong. So to me, this was a 9, another 9 for a potential rebound, which is why I don't skip any candles. I like getting a heads up. Anyway, long story. I'm not going to get into it, but it's bearish right now. You're below the moving averages, and that's the silver daily. All right, Bitcoin. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I have about 30 minutes. Let's see what I can do with Bitcoin, and then maybe take a question or two. Thank you, Rich. Just pull out some really, really good questions, and I'll try to get to a couple of them. All right. Let me make the screen bigger. Let me, for starters, let me drop the bookmarks. And you know what? Yeah, I'll just make the whole thing big. There, a little bigger for you guys. All right, the weekly chart of Bitcoin. There is nothing here that looks remotely like a top. There is no reversal candle. There is no 9 with a red arrow. There is a 13 coming in. Actually, I got notified from Bloomberg. Well, more specifically from traders using the Bloomberg terminal, that the indicator, the Bitcoin price on a Bloomberg terminal is currently on a 13. So watch out. So Wall Street is aware that this 9 has just been exhausted with a countdown 13. Wall Street is fully aware of this because I was already notified. So take that with a grain of salt. Now, I think that there is still plenty of upside to go this year. I do not think we are yet at a top. I do not see a reversal candle. This week has started off really, really strong. SegWit 2X is continuing to prove it's a bigger clown show than I ever expected. It's really, really bad. Jeff Garzik, I mean, I haven't even had time to look. As far as I know, Jeff Garzik is starting a scam coin, an ICO, or whatever the hell he's doing. I mean, I kind of really wanted my 15 to 20% off of the SegWit 2X fork. I still think it's going to happen. I really don't think anybody cares. I'm not even sure how much B gold is. I mean, I consolidated my Bitcoin. I don't even know why I wasted my time. I got to find out when I can pull my B gold out. If I can get 5%, I'll do it. If I can't, I'm not going to dox myself by putting my Bitcoin on an exchange. Anyway, I don't see a top here, and we're going to get to it on a daily in a minute, right? We're on a 4. We're on a 4 of 9. There is still 5 more weeks of upside, and this week is only halfway over. We have till Sunday. I'm still looking at 5 more weeks of upside. I'm going to call a top when I see one of these 9s, and I don't see one yet, right? Or the price flip. Like, people were panicking this week. I don't know why they were panicking. I mean, I was kind of MIA the last 2 weeks. I honestly had nothing to say. I don't always know where the price of Bitcoin is going. You can't ask me any second of any day and expect the correct answer. Okay. Let's just go to the daily chart. There's nothing more I can do on the weekly. Oh man, do I want to talk about the monthly? Shoot. If I zoom out to the monthly, here's the thing. Like I said in my prior video, if I use the textbook version of this indicator, this candle is skipped. So this 9 comes a week later, but then the following candle is skipped. So the 1 shows up over here, like here on the 3, right? So my indicator, me getting an 8 this month, is actually 2 candles ahead of the way this indicator is actually used by Wall Street. So take that with a grain of salt. That means we can top anytime this quarter. We're still in October. November is next month, then December, and then even January. I have no clue where the top is going to be. But what I can say is that I think we're going higher. I think we're going to break 6,500 possibly this week, maybe even get to 7,500 next month, maybe even higher. And here's why I think this. This isn't like, I don't guess. I don't guess. I look at the numbers. I see all these people talking about inverse head and shoulders. I really don't see an inverse head and shoulders here, at least not on the daily chart. Maybe on the hourly 4-hour. I don't know. I go by daily. And here's what I see. I see an all-time high barely higher than the previous all-time high. Now, the previous all-time high did give me a selling indication of the time indicator on a 9. And by the way, I drew this green arrow on on September 27th. Okay. So if there's anyone out there that's going to be talking about how wrong tone is, we're going to literally be at the tip of this arrow tomorrow, right on the dot. Okay. So I called the price of Bitcoin just by drawing a random arrow, probably to the dollar 30 days out. Okay. So all of you trolls out there on Twitter that don't like technical analysis, just don't look at it. Don't look at it. I'm not forcing you to look at it. Okay. I drew these arrows in real time. Go back to the video on September 27th or the closest day to it. These green lines that I draw, this is when the candle with the number 3 on it went above the candle with the number 2 on it, and it gave me a bullish sign to buy Bitcoin based on this indicator on a daily chart. The 9 told me we're going to have a 1 to 4 candle correction. We went down for 3 days. And now we're going up. This 9 told me we're going to have a 1 to 4 day correction. We went down for 3 days after the 9, and now we go up. Yes, there was a bad day. So what? This was probably just a sell-off after people consolidated all of their shit coins back into Bitcoin. And then for some crazy reason, they have this dream that they're going to be billionaires holding Paycoin. You're not. Take a look at what happened to Paycoin. Okay. And if you want a replay of Paycoin, please go buy Pinkcoin. Anyway, so the daily haven't flipped, but it's going to flip tomorrow. Okay. We're going to go to a green 1, and then we're going to go to a green 2. The moment we go to a green 2 and the price crosses above a green 1 right here, look, this was probably a shitty trade and you probably lost money, but you shouldn't expect to make money every second of every day. That right there was a buy signal. When this green 2 went above the green 1, it was a buy. So you lost money. So what? You cut your losses, okay? Because traditional trading says when you have a doji at the top of your trend, you go short or you get the hell out the moment the following candle trades below the doji. So even though the time indicator told you to stay long with the 2, 3, and 4, your traditional trading told you to be careful right here on October 22nd, the moment the price fell below the doji. Okay, if you're not sure what that means and how to trade it, please go back to the Bitcoin learning trading section of my website in order to read about how to trade the dojis at the top and bottom of trends. Anyway, this red 1 told you to go back into cash. You should technically still be in cash. Look, a while back, I put my no trade zone up. Technically speaking, Bitcoin is in a no trade zone. Bitcoin is in a no trade zone. I'll put a box. I'll probably going to delete the box. To me, Bitcoin is in a no trade zone between 6,000 and 5,600. Okay. This is the no trade zone that I talked about the other day. This doesn't mean no hold zone. It just means no trade zone. Okay. Means at this point, we can still go up or down. Now, why am I confident that Bitcoin's going to go up? Because this is way too much of a double top. Okay. Bitcoin coming back to 6,000. We came up like $40 short on Bitfinex, and I think like $20 short on Bitstamp of 6,000. The moment we break 6,000, we are literally, we can close today or tomorrow at a new all-time high, okay? The fact that we hit 600 intraday no longer becomes relevant the moment you have a new all-time high daily close. A new all-time high daily close resets everything. Yes, technically $200 on top of 6,000 is enough for people to say it's not a double top, but not for me. Not for me. The reason why I wanted to go live today is to explain the fact that we are now, once again, way too close to an all-time high. You do not get, what do we got here? We had the 7, right? So we had October 13th, 14th, 15th. To get out at the top. 3 days is way too much, okay? Then we went even higher. You had, October 20th, October 21st, October 22nd to get out above 6,000. You also had October 23rd to get out above 6,000. Yeah, I know you only had a few hours to get out at 6,200, but the difference between 6,000 and 6,200 is incredibly small, okay? Now you had another chance to get out just below 6,000. Now I'm doing this a little bit early. I still want to see Bitcoin get above 6,000 and close the daily candle above 6,000. Once it does, I will draw another one of these green arrows all the way to 6,500. Okay. This is just, you don't get this many chances to get out. This is how bottoms are made right here, right? The move from below 3,000, right? What was the low of this daily candle? The low of this daily candle was 29.80. Within an hour, this thing was already up over $250 within an hour, and it never looked back. It never went back and gave you another chance to buy in the vicinity of 3,000. That's it. You had 15 minutes to get it below 3,000. You had maybe an hour to get it within $200 of the low, and you had maybe 3 hours to get it within $500 of the low. This is how bottoms are made. Tops are made the same way, right? We hit this at the very end of the day, and pretty much immediately we went down. And honestly, this isn't really the top I would be looking for. I would be looking for this giant long wick. Okay, that's how real tops are made. Okay, you don't get this many chances to get out at 6,000. So once we get back above 6,000, it's open air, it's open sailing, and I think we go higher and way higher. Okay, I think people are going to start selling their scam coins once again and rotate back into Bitcoin. All right, let's go. Let's zoom in a little bit. So I still have this. I'll probably delete this box because it's just annoying. And once we go past this green arrow, I'll start drawing more green arrows, right? But like I said, the time to buy Bitcoin on a daily chart was back here. This you can kind of probably still jump in, but be careful because I think we're going to top somewhere this quarter. Will the top be at 7,500 or at 15,000? I have absolutely no idea, but I do think we are in the vicinity of a near-term top. All right. Let me show I'm doing on time. All right, 12:40. All right, let's zoom in. All right, here's a 4-hour chart, right? So I'm still trying to figure out where people are seeing this head and shoulders. Maybe it was the hourly chart. Maybe it was the 15-minute chart. You know, I don't care. I honestly don't really care that much about head and shoulders. I have other metrics that give me usually the same targets without head and shoulders. So the 4-hour chart is going to come into a 9 and a couple of candles. So keep an eye out for that, right? We can cross above 6,000 to like 650. And then we're going to hit a 9 and a 4-hour, and then the shit's going to fall back down to like 5,900, and then people are going to panic again. So I wouldn't panic too much. I was drawing these green arrows. Yeah, we went below. We're above the moving average. There's nothing really here at this point. This countdown is actually negated. This countdown actually shouldn't exist. This countdown should have disappeared upon the closing of this candle. I need to adjust my code a bit. Long story. The moment a candle in the opposite direction closes above every candle that made the green 9, the countdown should have disappeared from my code. It's a parameter. I missed in the programming, and I need to get back to the program and take it out. So this, but even though this countdown would have helped you for a while, just never made it to a 13. I still think we're going higher. We're at 59.60. I mean, we still got a few of these candles to go today, right? This is the 12-hour candle. So you still have the 4-hour, you still have the candle that's going to come in 4 hours. So at 400 hours, then there'll be a candle at 800 hours. That would be the last candle here. So you got 2 more candles till the end of the day. Let's see what happens. Let me go to the hourly. I'm assuming this is where the head and shoulders was. Maybe, I guess. Sure. So the hourly is going to come into a 9 next hour, right? So we have gone up a lot. And again, you got to look at these buy levels, right? I mean, at this point, I'm doing these videos for my clients because there's so many of them, and I've been putting them all into the my Skype group for former clients. So that group is now growing like crazy. So at this point, I'm just going tailoring this to my consistent followers. And look, if you were trading the hourly chart, this was your entry. I mean, I was asleep probably or busy. I don't even know. What hour was this? This was 6 a.m. I was still asleep. All right. I'm in New York. I went to bed late last night and I was still asleep. Your entry was here when the red 2 started trading above that one. Sorry, the green 2 started trading above the green 1. On the previous one, where was your entry? Where your entry was right here. The moment the 3 started trading above the 2, that was your entry. So you caught this entire move up into a 9. You took some profit. You probably went back into the trade right here when the 3 started trading above the 2. That's great. Oops. Let me delete that. There it is, right? So these guys, right? So you buy Bitcoin here on if you're only trading the hourly, right? You buy it here, you take some profit. You buy it back again. Now you have the 13 count along the bottom that lets you stay in. If you got scared, you got out break even, and now you're back into your trade and you're making a shit ton of money right here. This is from 57.60 to 59.65. And as I'm talking, we're about to go to a new multi-week high. All right. So there it is. Do I have anything else here? This is Ethereum on Poloniex. I don't really care. It had a 9 and it's not going anywhere. What is this? Ethereum daily. I don't care. My travel schedule, I'll be in Ukraine. I'm flying out to Ukraine Saturday night. I'll be at the conference in Ukraine. After Ukraine, I'm flying straight to Stanford to the Scaling Bitcoin event. After Stanford, I am going to Washington, D.C., FinTech World. I'm speaking there. That's the same event. After that, in December, I'm going to be in Colombia for the Bitcoin Conf. And I'm going to try and do my trading seminars in Colombia. And this is in Toronto, Blockchain Impact on December 8th. I'll try and do my trading seminar December 9th. I haven't had time to deal with it. And then the blockchain cruise in January from Singapore to Phuket and back to Singapore. And then maybe I'll do a trading event in Singapore. I got to plan all this stuff out. This is the past event. So that's about it. I don't think I have anything else. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, okay. This is what I was going to mention. So this is a coin market cap. Guys, I know I'm now hearing, wait, where did BitConnect go? Okay, here's BitConnect. Oh, this isn't sorted right. Anyway, BitConnect is a scam. BitConnect is a Ponzi scheme. I understand that BitConnect is advertising on YouTube, and these ads are coming up on my before my videos. I need to contact YouTube. I need to tell them it's a scam. I don't really care. I don't really have time. You know what? You guys want to be scammed if you're giving money to BitConnect. It's just a straight up Ponzi scheme. So I really don't care anymore. I'm tired of explaining all these scam coins. All right, this is what's important. What people have to realize is there is no bubble in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is only 58% of total market cap. Everything over here is a scam coin. All of this shit is in a bubble. And when all of this shit needs to exit the system, it's all going to go back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin isn't just going back to 90% of all crypto value. It's going to 98, 99% of all crypto value, okay? This is why Bitcoin is not in a bubble, because this is complete and utter garbage. And it will leave all of these scam coins, and it's all going to go back into Bitcoin. I'm tired of explaining all of this, okay? So either it's just the way it's going to happen. It's insanely obvious to me, okay? Bitcoin is back on the way up, and we'll have Lightning, and we'll have confidential transactions, and we'll have Mimblewimble, and it's all going to go back up. Okay. Okay. Hey, so for a little bit of a gadget, I'm about to turn my camera on. I need this, but it was never built, and it actually doesn't exist. If anyone on the web is aware of a portable USB Type-C in and out. Now, in and out is important, right? I want to charge this device with a USB Type-C, and I want to get power out of this device with a USB Type-C. I need it to go to, I don't really need 100 watts, but I need 65 watts. Okay. I need 65 watts. 100 is great, but I need 65 watts through a USB cable. This is a 2015 article. And guess what? They never built this thing. Okay. They never built it because I don't think it was possible for them to build it. Okay. This does not exist. I really want this device. Okay. I've been trying to buy one, and so far, all that's happened is me wasting money on gadgets. Okay. Because here are my attempts. This is my, as you can see, my Amazon is all like electronics. Okay. So this was my first attempt to buy a portable USB Type-C charger that fits into my pocket. The problem is, what I didn't realize is that 30 watt is not of Type-C output is not enough to charge my laptop, which needs a 65 watt input into the laptop. So this was actually way more than 79 when I bought it a little while back. Okay, so this turned out to be no good. It's nice. It has a lot of battery life. I also broke the USB-C port on my last trip. You got to be careful with these things because it's kind of big and bulky. So this is now pretty much a paperweight. But anyway, how do I go back? Okay, wait. Let me exit full screen here. Can I exit full screen? Shoot. Oh no. I don't have a back button. Oh, is that a back button? Yes, I got my back button. So my second attempt to buy one of these things was this. I didn't realize how big this thing was. It's absolutely gigantic. I'll show it to you on camera. So this was 100 watt output. Unfortunately, even though it has a USB Type-C, the 100 watt output isn't through the USB Type-C. It's only through the inverter. So I'm like, shit. So that didn't really solve my problem that I had, but it created an additional problem because for some dumb reason, this $150 charger, it does not charge itself through a USB Type-C. You need its own independent charging through like a DC little. So now I have to carry an extra charger with me to charge the charger. And this thing is gigantic and heavy. So that did not really work either. And but anyway, I think you guys get the point. There we go. And so what I did was I still need one of these USB-Cs for my phone. So I just bought like a small cheap one for my phone. But if anyone knows, if anyone ever finds one of these that they promised to have been made years ago, but never did, that would be great. I would love to get, 65 volts. So yes, sorry, 65 watts out of a USB charger. All right. So there you go. So you guys can help me out. All right. How do I see now I have this problem again. How do I stop screen share? Here we go. Stop screen share. Perfect. All right. Now I'm going to my camera. But yeah, here is this thing. Jesus. Like I'm not going to travel with this. I mean, this is just like insane. This thing is gigantic. But what I am going to travel with, I bought a portable monitor. This is awesome, by the way. I probably should have showed you guys which one I bought, but yeah, this is just a monitor. It like connects with a USB-C to your laptop. That's awesome. So now I can throw this in my bag next to my laptop. It weighs almost nothing. It's insanely thin, and it's like a 16-inch second monitor. So now I'll be traveling with multiple monitors. But for this giant thing, you got to carry its own power supply to power it and not a USB-C cable. All right. I got a few minutes. I got about 10 minutes for questions. Rich, you got questions for me? Let's do it. Man, I still don't know how to get out of... Escape isn't doing it. Hold on. Here, exit full screen. Got it. Beautiful. All right. Rich has some questions. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, it's like another monitor. I have like 3 monitors now. I have my computer monitor. This is my computer. And then I'm looking at the monitor. I have a giant, like 28-inch monitor on my desk, my laptop monitor, and now I have a portable monitor. This is really, really cool, actually. I really like where technology is going. Question, how should we protect our Bitcoin when the B2X locked and without replay protection? It will be risky to use current software BTC wallets. No, not at all. Look, just use Bitcoin. It's SegWit2X's problem, okay? Don't use garbage companies like Coinbase and Zappo and probably BitPay. Just use Bitcoin. Use your own wallet. Use your own node. Download the core node. Download the Bitcoin.org node, or use the other wallets, right? Because remember, it's Bitcoin 2X that's going to get replayed, okay? It's that one that's going to get replayed, not your actual Bitcoin. Use the Bitcoin, put it in SegWit addresses, run them through your own node that's going to block all that garbage. They're going to have replay protection. No one is dumb enough. No one, not even Brian Armstrong, is dumb enough to use B2X coins without replay protection. No one. I mean, Jeff Garzik probably is. Gavin Andreessen probably is. Fake Satoshi probably is. These guys are probably dumb enough to use B2X coins without replay protection. So yeah, I don't give those guys any respect. There's a reason why they got kicked out of core. But yeah, guys, think about it, right? How many of you worked at companies? I've worked, again, like I don't want to go back to talking about Wall Street. I worked at Wall Street. Do you know how hard it is to fire incompetent people? Even in the private sector, do you have any idea how difficult it is to fire incompetent people? And the more incompetent they are, the harder it is to fire them sometimes, because these are the idiots that sue and scream and claim that it's unfair or whatever, right? Like there was a guy on my team at JP Morgan and like other companies. 3 years it took me to fire this guy. 3 freaking years. It's insane. You know how long it probably took them to kick out people like Gavin Andreessen and Jeff Garzik out of there because they had no clue what the hell they were doing? And Mike Hearn? Come on, seriously. All right, let's move on. Is this Bitcoin pump related to Amazon event today? No, they're reporting earnings later today. I'm paying attention to it very, very carefully. No. Oh, yeah. Remember that garbage? Somebody said they have insider information that Amazon is going to announce on their earnings report. They're going to accept Bitcoin. Guys, this is oh, God, I want to find that tweet. I really want to find that tweet. I made such a joke out of it. I don't even want to go back there. Please go to my Twitter. God, no. And is the event? No, it's not. It's a non-event, guys. Amazon ain't going to say shit about Bitcoin. Next, playing devil's advocate and presuming B2X becomes Bitcoin. Sure. How would exchanges even implement that? Hundreds of altcoins to BTC trading pairs instantly gain 4x. I don't know what your question actually means. They won't. They can't, guys. B2X can't become Bitcoin. It's not even a devil's advocate. It's like an argument from a different dimension. Like just stay in that dimension. Of course they won't. Like the exchanges aren't ready for this. God no. Coinbase can't even give you your Bcash still. Come on. Thoughts on SegWit2X? Too early, guys. Too early. There are no thoughts on SegWit2X. How about we find out what project Jeff Garzik is actually working on? Is it B2X or is it programming a scam coin or an ICO or whatever the hell he's doing? All right. No, that's ridiculous. All right. I actually have to go. I got to jump on a call. Thank you for putting the questions together, Rich. This was a nice short overview of Bitcoin. And let me check if there's anything going on in the price. We are at 59.51. We are way too close to 6,000. The moment we get above 6,000 and close above 6,000, I mean, I'm looking at my 1 hour chart, and there has just been way too much time Bitcoin has spent above 6,000, and now we're back to 6,000. There's no such thing as double tops. We are going higher, and I think we are going way higher over the next few weeks, maybe another month. And I'm not looking for a top here. Could I be wrong? Absolutely, I can be wrong. But I'm gonna stick to what I've been saying for years. Maybe not years, but at least this entire year. No such thing as double tops. And once the daily candle closes above 6,000, you know, up and up and up we go. All right. So let's see how far we get. I'll try and do another video this weekend before I get on my flight Saturday night, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys. Good luck trading. Enjoy the rest of your day.